Hey everyone, welcome back to Rachel's Fit Pilates. This is a 20-minute full body Pilates workout. I have 5 warm-up exercises and 14 Pilates exercises. So let's get started with a warm-up. Let's start by sitting up. We'll flex forward and we'll take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, centering ourselves as we get ready to exercise. And as we take a breath, feeling like we're breathing in through the back and sides of the rib cage, take a nice full breath and then exhaling through the mouth. Okay, we can come up and lie on our backs. So we'll lie on our backs with our knees flexed, feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart. Place your hands on your belly. We'll do a few breaths here. So you're going to take an inhale, filling up the rib cage with air, feeling that expand, and then try to draw those abs in. So we feel that contraction of the abdominals as we draw those abs in while we exhale. Let's take 2 more breaths and we'll move on. Okay, from here we'll work on our arms. So let's bring our arms down. We're going to bring the arms up, overhead, back up to the ceiling, and back down. Again, bring them up towards the ceiling, overhead, back up to the ceiling, and back down. Now let's add some legs. So tabletop for the right leg. Bring the arms overhead, back to the ceiling, and back down. Switch legs. Left leg comes up. We bring the arms up and over, back to the ceiling, back down. Right leg comes up as we reach the arms overhead and back down. Good. Again, left leg up, arms come overhead, both come down. Right leg, reach overhead and back down. And left leg comes up, we reach up and back down. And now we'll do hip release. So we're going to open up that right leg. So dropping that knee to the side, drawing that foot away, and then coming back in. So drop it to the side, drag that foot and bring it back in. And again, open and back in. Now you'll slightly turn that knee in and then open and drag it back in. So in as we straighten that foot and turn back in. Stretch out and come back in. Now we'll go to the other side. So left side, open, drag and bring it back. Open and reach, come back and open and reach. Now we'll go inward. So in, kind of medially rotate as we extend and come back out. And again, extend and come around. And last one, extend out and come around. For our last warm-up exercise, we'll do hip rolls. So roll through the spine up onto the shoulder blades. Breathe in here and then roll back down. Again, inhale, exhale, roll up, coming just onto the shoulder blades. We take an inhale here and then exhale, roll down. And again, inhale, exhale, roll up. Breathe in here and exhale, roll down. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Inhale and exhale, roll down. Last one, roll up and roll back down. Okay, so for ab prep, let's put the right leg in tabletop. We're going to flex up. We're going to switch legs, so put the left leg in tabletop, and then we come down as the right leg comes down. We'll be switching like this. So again, as a little demo, switching the legs in tabletop and then coming back down. If it's too confusing, you can keep your legs in tabletop the whole time. So let's begin. Flex up, switch the legs, and come down. Flex up, switch, and come down. And up, switch, and down. Flex up, keeping those low abs flat, coming back down, flex up and switch and down. Flex up, switch, come down and up, reaching long through the arms. Flex up and switch and down. Okay, 3 more, flexing up and switching and down. Flex up and switch, down. Last one, up and switch and come down. Okay, you can drop that leg. We'll move on to 100 with scissors. So you're going to bring your legs up in the air, flex up. We're going to be doing scissors. So you're going to extend one leg and then reach your arms forward because we're going to be doing small vertical pulses for 10, and then we'll switch legs, do that for 10, and we'll go to 100. If that's too uncomfortable, you can put your legs in tabletop and then do the small vertical pulses like that. So choose whichever one you like. I'm going to do scissors. So let's drop one leg and begin to pulse. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. 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 Really try to stay up in that upper body. Switch. 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 And come down. Great job. Okay, on to double leg stretch. Legs are in tabletop. We flex up. Hands are on the outside of the knees. The legs extend as the arms circle around. So extending as they circle around. Now, if that's too much, you can just do the arms and keep the legs in tabletop. Or you can just keep your arms as they are and extend the legs out. So you can choose, and let's begin. So reach around and up and circle around. Good. Extend the legs. The lower you go, the harder it will be. Circle around. The upper body stays up the whole time. Circle the arms around and reach. And up and around. Up and around. Try to go a little lower if you can. And come back down. Great job. Moving on to shoulder bridge. Let's roll up onto the shoulder blades. Take the left leg first. You're going to extend it out. So tabletop and up to the ceiling. Now flex that foot down and then lift it back up to the ceiling pointed. We'll do 10 like that. So let's begin. We're going to lower and then lift. And lower and lift. So flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Try to stay lifted through the right glute here, so the leg that's supporting you. Lower down and lift, and lower and lift, lower and lift, and switch legs. So try to stay lifted in those glutes. Let's bring that right leg up. Let's flex that foot as it comes down and lift. Lower and lift, and lower and lift, lower and lift. Flex and point, and flex and point. Stay lifted in the left glute now. Lower and lift. And lower and lift. Lower and lift. We're almost done. Take an inhale as that leg comes down, nice and lifted, and come back down. Okay, next for rollover, we're going to start with our legs extended. They're together. We're going to bring the legs up. Use your abs to bring them overhead. So you're resting on the top of your shoulder blades, not on your cervical spine. We lift the legs up, open them, and then lower back down, and then bring the legs together. So let's try another one. So hinging up, rolling over, touching the floor if you can, coming back up, opening the legs, and then roll back down, bring the legs together. So we'll do 5 like this. Let's hinge up, flex over, touching if we can, lift the legs, separate the legs, and then roll back down. Bring the legs together. Hinge, roll up, legs come overhead, lift, separate the legs, and roll back down. Bring the legs together, hinge, roll up, touch if you can, lift back up, open the legs, and roll down. Legs come together. Again, roll up, bring the legs back up, separate the legs, roll down nice and controlled. That's where that ab work really comes in. Last one like this. So come up, roll over, lift the legs, separate the legs, and roll down. Now keep those legs separated. We're going to go like this. So hinge, roll up, touch if you can, legs come back up, bring the legs together now, and then roll away. Separate the legs, hinge and roll up, touch if you can. Now the legs come together and we come down nice and slow. Separate the legs, hinge up to the ceiling, roll over, touch, legs come up, bring the legs together and roll back down. Separate the legs, hinge to the ceiling, roll over, tap if you can, legs come up, bring the legs together and roll back down. And again, separate the legs, roll up, use those abs. It's easy to get tired at the end. Come back up, legs come together, and we come down nice and slow. Great job, guys. Okay, let's come up into a seated position. So our legs will be bent in front of us. We want them hip distance apart. Let's put our hands right behind our ears. You're going to roll back, turn to the left, and then flex forward as if you're flexing over a beach ball, and then come back up. We're going to do it to either side. So roll back. Now we go to the right, flex forward, and come back up. And we're going to repeat this. So roll back, twist. This is where we get some oblique work. Forward, flex forward, and come back up. And again, roll back. And now twist to the right, come back to center, flex forward, come back up. Roll back and twist. Back to center, flex forward, come back up, roll back. Twist to the right, back to center, flex forward and up, and roll back. Twist to the left, back to center, flex forward, and come back up. And again, roll back and twist, flex forward and up. And again, roll back and twist, flex forward, use those abs, draw those abs in, and come back up. Roll back and twist, flex forward and up. Okay, now let's get onto our stomachs for double leg kick. So we'll be on our stomachs, our legs will be together. You're gonna have your hands tucked behind your back, resting on your low back together. So you can have your head to one side, I have mine to the right. You're gonna bring your legs in for 3 counts. So bend your knees for 1, 2, 3. Now extend up, and then we're gonna come to the other side. So resting that head down and coming in for 1, 2, 3, and extend. Rest the head down again. So we'll repeat that. This is a back extension exercise. So we'll do 8 like this. Let's bend in for 1, 2, 3, and extend. And bend for 1, 2, 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, and extend. And 1, 2, 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, extend. And again, 1, 2, 3, and extend. All right, that's the last one. So from here, we can get up. We'll get onto our backs for teaser prep. So we'll lie on our backs. Your feet are going to be hip distance apart, knees are bent, feet are flat. You might have to reach your legs a little bit further out than what we would normally do for a bridge. So we come up, reach up, arms come overhead and roll back down. Arms come overhead from here. So reach up to the ceiling, arms stay with us, we're looking forward, arms come up, and then we roll back down with the arms overhead. So let's do 5. Reach up towards the ceiling, roll up, arms come overhead, and then we roll back down. Arms overhead again, roll up, and arms come up as we roll back down. Good. Arms up towards the ceiling, roll up, arms come overhead, and we roll back down. Good. Again, arms up towards the ceiling, we roll up, arms come by our ears, and then we roll back down. Roll up. Getting slower now. Arms come by our ears and we roll back down. Okay, let's go into leg pull front. So I've got a few different exercises to do here. We'll go on our hands and knees first. So arms are shoulder distance apart and then legs are hip distance apart. So our toes are curled under. We'll take an inhale, exhale, come up. So we're gonna hold here. Now lift the left foot and then lift the right. And left and right. So try to stay as still as you can as you lift those legs. We're feeling this in the shoulders and in the abs and probably in the quads too. Okay, you can come down. All right, so from here, we're gonna come back up, extend the left leg out, so straight, and then bring it back in, so bend it back in. So out and in, and out and in. Stretch and bend it back in. Good, reach and back. Now let's go to the other side. So you can come down for a little break, and then we'll do 5 on that side. So extend out and bend back in, and 2, 3, 4, and 5, and come back down. So now let's extend the legs out as if we're going to do a push-up. So the legs are together. We draw the abs in, lowering the hips. Now bring the left leg up. We're going to point, flex, and come down. Point, flex, and come down. So we'll repeat it like this. We'll do 10, so 5 on each side. Let's start with the left. So point, flex, and down. Point, flex, and down. So shifting back if we can, or you can just lift it, point and flex and down. Point, flex, and down. Point, flex, and down. Point, flex, and down. Point, flex, down. Try to be nice and controlled as we shift back, trying to lower the hips if you need to, and come back down. You can go into a shell stretch and feel that nice stretch there. Okay, let's come up for one last exercise before we do our cool down stretching. So let's come into a seated position. Our legs are bent in front of us. Your arms are slightly behind you with your fingers turned so that your fingers are away from your body. Let's lift the hips and extend the left leg out. We'll be lifting the leg up and down and pointing and flexing like we did with shoulder bridge. So draw your abs in, lift the leg up and lower down. Lift up, pointed, lower down, flexed. And we'll do this for 10. Lift up and down, and up and down. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can place that leg down and we'll go on to the other side. Extending the right leg now, and we'll lift and lower. So we'll point and flex, and point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. So really trying to keep those abs in. We're working the arms here just isometrically to keep ourselves up. And going for 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, place the leg down. So from here, we'll extend our legs out and we'll go into spine stretch forward. So hands will be in the center. Draw the abs in, inhale, and then exhale as you reach those fingertips, drawing those abs in to create flexion through the spine. And come back up. And again, inhale, exhale, reach. Breathe here. And then we're going to come back up. Take an inhale, exhale, reach. Flexion through the spine, drawing those abs in, and then coming back up. And we'll do 3 more. You may be feeling it in your hamstrings and your calves if they're tight as you reach long forward. So just try to relax with each exhale and just go as far as is comfortable for you. Okay, so from here we can sit on our feet if this is comfortable, or you can have your legs extended, and we're going to side stretch. So stretching to the left first with the right arm overhead and feeling that side bend. Okay, let's bring that arm down, and now we'll bring the left arm over and stretch to the right side. You can place that arm down, Now we'll reach the arms in front of us for a shell stretch, and we'll just hold for a few breaths here. I will give you some silence. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time, and please click subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks.